Yeah.
Hey yo, man, it's your time. Man, fuck poverty. Get this money, man. What the fuck you gotta do, you know what I'm saying?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Phil and Leroy, the Judgmental Podcast.
What's up, everybody? This your boy Phil.
And I'm Leroy. On another TikToker is Mom Life Unfiltered 1616. It's all one word, Mom Life Unfiltered. It's spelled like it sounds. 1616 numerals, 1616. The first clip, she says that her son is not allowed not allow her to go to his graduation. Here's the report. Well, here's the clip.
So let me say, I'm not a perfect parent. I never got on the internet and said I was a perfect parent. There's no book to parenting, and if you know of a book, inbox me because I'll purchase the book. I called my son for 5 days straight. I text him for 5 days straight. No response at all. Not answering the phone, not responding to the text messages on the phone bill that I pay. He calls today and we're talking, and I could hear the hurt in his voice. I could hear that he was upset. I could hear that he was sad. I can also hear that he was embarrassed that I put our business on the internet. He wanted me to apologize to him. I wasn't gonna apologize. My house, my rules. I said no tattoos to after graduation. That's what I meant. He also said I'm not invited to his 12th grade graduation. I don't know what to say. I'm hurt. This is something that I have to live with.
Okay, so she said no tattoos after graduation, right? Well, here's a clip where she allowed him to have a tattoo. Here's the report. Clip.
I'm serious. You're
He's 17, by the way.
not getting a
ladies and gentlemen.
tattoo. No, I'm not playing with you. My son think he's getting another tattoo. I did let him get a tattoo only because all his little cousins was getting one.
What sense is that? So
That's the only.
So she allowed him to get a tattoo because his other cousins got one.
yeah,
That
she's
would
real
make me-
dippy.
That will make me not want to get a damn tattoo if everybody else got one. So like I need to be a part of the clique or something. We all got tattoos and they gonna laugh at me because I don't have one.
reason.
All right, look, all my
You damn 17, no.
little cousins. Right, and once you allow one, and everybody says it's addictive, which it is, you allow one, you can't now fucking close the door and say no more tattoos.
Right.
I want to get one now. Why can't I go get one? Because I want to get one.
Because I want him to wait until he.
He pretty much said what you just said. He said, let me go back. He said, I already got one.
was getting one.
What sense is that? So
That's the only
that don't make
reason.
sense. All right, look, all my little cousins get one. If I want to get one now, why can't I go get one? Because I want to get one.
Because I want him to wait until he's 18. That's it.
He already has one, ma'am. You already allowed him to.
Get a tattoo because all other people was getting tattoos.
That's the only reason why.
I tell you, I want to tattoo myself. I can't get it, Mom. You gotta think about that.
No, I just want you to wait till you're 18. You're not grown yet, King. I gave you permission to get that one. This one I'm not giving you permission for. That's
Goodness.
If that was my son and he really wanted a tattoo and I said no, wait till you're 18, I wouldn't have said okay, you can get one, but not no more after that. Either you stick to your gun or you don't. And then I would have a talk with him. If you're gonna do what you want to do anyway, just don't get nothing on your face or your neck or your hand or no shit like that. You know what I mean?
what I'm saying. No.
Okay, now the next one, the next clip is her son is now her roommate. She's charging her 17-year-old son that's still in school rent money. Here's the clip.
So my son has a job now, and I feel like he should help me around the house with the bills.
So her son is her surrogate man, and he's her roommate, partner. I don't know what you want to call it. So damn, if I'm paying you $500 a month for rent, then he should get a tattoo. I'm on his side. Why he got to give her rules and whatever? They roommates now, and that's her side hustle.
So I told him.
Is.
Yeah, bro, I'm paying you $500 a month, and you gonna tell me I can't get a tattoo? I'm gonna come in there with all type of tattoos on my arm.
Starting February.
Oh, I thought that was you talking. Let me go back. I thought that was you talking. I had to pause.
So my son has a job now, and I feel like he should help me around the house with the bills. So I told him starting
17.
February.
No,
I told him starting February 1st, he's gonna start paying $500.
And she need to get off the damn internet too, by the way.
Definitely.
And then he's gonna start paying his cell phone. I've been paying his cell phone since he had a cell phone since he was 7. You paid your.
He was 7-year-old with a cell phone. Is that?
They be doing it. Yeah, they be doing it.
Phone bill like 2 times. Anyway, parents, do you think he should start paying rent? He feels like he don't have to pay rent. You want to give your part real fast?
I'm 17, bro. What am I paying rent for?
You can't stay nowhere for free. You work.
I know. When I'm 18, I'll figure that out.
No, you're going to figure it out now.
And as you see on his arm, I'm assuming that's the tattoo right there. It's very small.
So he's right. At 17, you're still responsible to take care of your kid. The only thing I would make him pay is his cell phone. You pay your own cell phone, but you still got to pay all your own bills and utilities like an adult have to.
Right.
Now, once he turned 18, now you can get out. You can go do your own thing or whatever. You can pay bills, shit like that. But under 18, he's still your responsibility.
So why not tell him to take that $500 and we're gonna go to the bank and you put that in an account so you can have it to where as though if you go to college or a trade school, you got to do something nowadays. Just a high school graduation is not a high school degree is not going to cut it. You have to go to learn a trade, or you don't have to go to college, but be an electrician or some shit. You're going to need some type of skill set in this day and age. So he's going to need money instead of getting loans and all that shit and don't have any money and everything. While he got this little job, stack that little money and put it in an account. Instead of her trying to juice him for $500 a month, when he get out in the world, he ain't gonna have shit. And now he's gonna have to be in credit cards. He's gonna have to mess with credit cards and shit and be in debt that way, consumer debt.
Oh, he ain't the only one. I'm pretty sure there's a whole bunch of families pulling the same bullshit. And like you said, that's a good idea. And some females do that where they take the money and the kid don't know that they put it in the bank form or whatever.
Right.
But she's looking at it as a side hustle. This is the way she can make more money.
Mm-hmm. Now we talk 2 ways because when you look at it, they say everything is so hard. Groceries is so expensive now. But now you got this 17-year-old making a little money. You gonna try to juice him. So when he get out in the world, he ain't gonna have shit. So now he gonna have to be, like I say, credit cards and be borrowing and all that type of shit. When you had a little job and you could have been stacking that money right there where you'd had. What was you about to say?
He just gonna link up with his boys and they all gonna do like we did and shit and get like one crib with like 4 bedrooms and everybody chip in to pay the rent. But I'm telling you, as soon as he turned 18, he's out.
Now, $500 a month. I don't care what he say, either $500 or the door.
Goodness gracious, man. Matter of fact, I think it's probably better yet that he just leave and shit. I don't know. So we going to Tampa, Florida, where Detroit Lions player Terrion Arnold linked to a kidnapping and robbery plot over at Airbnb burglary. Here's the report.
First here at 5, several suspects have been arrested in Tampa in an alleged armed robbery and kidnapping. A number of them are linked to an NFL player, and 2 of those defendants appeared in court this morning for a pretrial detention hearing.
Oh, man, he mean business. He did whatever he said. He said he did. He did. He did that shit. Why he come to court like that with a scowl on his face? Is he trying to intimidate somebody?
He already intimidating. Look how big he is compared to that fucking guard.
But so, he don't have to look that way.
He being locked up. Of course he mad.
Well, shit, he did it. What's he to get mad for?
Because he got caught.
Oh, shit. He did everything he did.
Fox 13's Kylie Jones is joining us live with the details. Kylie, what more can you tell us?
Well, Haley, detectives say this is a tangled web that weaves back to Detroit Lions cornerback Terrion Arnold. Prosecutors said that armed robbery and kidnapping was reported just days after high-end bags, guns, a cell phone, and $100,000 in cash were stolen from a home in Largo. From stolen valuables to an alleged armed robbery and kidnapping, investigators say the web of players involved traces back to NFL star Terrion Arnold.
And then these other people that we're going to talk about in terms of suspects, are they all in some way, shape, or form sort of connected to him?
Yes.
The investigation began earlier this month. Detectives say 3 men reported an armed robbery and kidnapping. According to court documents, the men were lured to this Tampa apartment complex by these 2 women.
They was lured at the apartment by them 2 fine women.
Lindell Hudson and Christian Williams were allegedly hiding out waiting for them.
They are battering the 3 victims, and they are pistol whipping them, and they are taking a handgun and sticking it into the mouth of a victim.
Detectives say Hudson and Williams were demanding their property. A Tampa police detective says that property in question, high-end items, valuables, and cash that were reported stolen from a home in Largo a few days before this. On Tuesday, at a pretrial detention hearing for Hudson and Williams, a detective said the home was an Airbnb rented by Detroit Lions cornerback Terrion Arnold.
So they all know each other. They all know each other. The victims and the suspect. I don't know if the 2 girls know each other. Because the guy in his house, they was in his house and they stole the NFL player's stuff. So then the guy said, well, look, you're going to have to get that stuff back. And so that's when they set up the girls, the lure the guys over there so they can go and get their stuff back. And they already had the stuff on them. So they all knew each other because how in the world did they get into that Airbnb house like that?
Yeah. He's an idiot, though, because he just got in the NFL. What, he like a 2-year, 3-year player?
Yeah.
So he had a lot of money coming his way, and that's all going. Ain't nobody going to pick him up.
Items that came up missing. And then on a second occasion, approximately a week after that, there were more items that came up missing.
During the
So they stole twice from him. The first time he let it slide. The second time he said, oh, no.
hearing, investigators confirmed Hudson is part of Arnold's security team.
Oh, they're security folk. They ain't just regular people. They ain't homies or anything. They security folk.
Believed to be Arnold's cousin.
These are the same alleged victims who are alleged to have stolen a bunch of property, correct?
By the suspect, yes.
So it's the suspects blaming the alleged victims blaming the suspects, but here today you have chosen to believe the alleged victims.
Correct.
Solely on hearsay from both parties.
Correct.
Hudson's attorney also pointed out that he wasn't identified by name in the initial warrant.
For all we know, Mr. Hudson is not even there. For all we know, Mr. Hudson's downstairs. They have put forth no evidence that Mr. Hudson even had knowledge or intent to kidnap.
Oh, big man might do some telling. You just never know. Yeah, they trying to set it up.
Anybody? To hold anybody hostage?
He trying to say he wasn't even there.
After hours of back and forth,
I am not finding them guilty today. It's a very different standard. But the text messages are very compelling.
the judge ordered both Hudson and Williams to be held without bond on some of those charges. The judge also said Hudson and Williams both have no prior criminal history, and there are additional suspects also believed to be involved in this tangled case. Now, it's not clear at this point whether any arrests have been made in connection with those reported thefts or where all of those stolen items are, but we are working to get more information on that from Largo Police. Guys.
Yeah, they all know each other. He needs to start being around some better people. That's number one.
Well, he pretty much threw away his NFL career right there. Even shot, calm down, making all that noise.
Well, we're going to Chicago, Illinois, where Cook County Judge Patricia Martin stole thousands of dollars from a Tuskegee pilot and flips it to Bitcoin. Here's the report.
We're digging into a once trusted Cook County judge. She was supposed to be helping an elderly man manage his money. Instead, she was taking large amounts for herself.
My man was thought he was going the twilight of his life and got to deal with stuff like this. Look at this man.
That man was a Tuskegee airman who fought for his country while battling segregation. Then, this.
Well, I've known Lawton since I was a baby. He's my grandfather's best friend. He's a Tuskegee Airman, World War II veteran. Just an all-around wonderful person.
That's Lawton Wilkerson, making history as one of America's first black military pilots. Tuskegee Airmen took frontline risks and then took heat as boundary breakers that many didn't like.
Dealing with segregation, dealing with all of that while still also flying. It is amazing.
After the military, he flew for fun, became a Chicago-based radio technician. He married, never had kids, and saved for his golden years.
It was clear Lawton should have had hundreds of thousands of dollars, certainly enough to take care of him for the rest of his life, because he'd worked so hard and saved so hard.
To tell the truth, I was doing that because I wanted to fly.
But at age 94, for a man who spent a lifetime trying to avoid it,
I came here.
Turbulence arrived.
Patricia Martin was seen as another kind of adopted family member, seen as someone who was trustworthy, who he cared about, who cared about him.
When I first became the presiding judge.
Yeah, she said, "Oh yeah, I'll take care of you. He gonna be all right." No, in the meantime, she's stealing his money.
Martin, a relative through marriage, was viewed as the best person to oversee his finances.
Why?
He had plenty to ride out his final years at this Southside retirement home.
Every box for trustworthiness seemed to be checked there, and so she seemed like the perfect person.
A lawyer turned judge who spent 24 years on the bench, rising to the top judge in Cook County's juvenile court.
She'd been appointed to a nationwide commission by President Obama dealing with vulnerable children. She seemed like the perfect person on paper. In hindsight, she was not.
In August 2020, word came from the nursing home
that account balances weren't right, checks were being dishonest.
Why not just get a real financial advisor?
The facility hadn't been paid in months. Lawton was $41,000 behind.
We started by contacting Patricia Martin. She attempted to dodge and evade, and she didn't seem to have the time to return a phone call over such an important thing.
Critical for Wilkerson, with his money now missing, he was told he was going to have to move out of the place he called home if things didn't get settled.
She stole the money, we can see from some of the documents.
11 withdrawals over 18 months, pocketing more than $245,000, shutting down accounts without telling anyone, moving most of her new wealth into harder-to-track Bitcoin.
It's hard to think of something more evil for her to have done.
A scammer's paradise, Bitcoin.
Done. But she did.
Her final withdrawal came just 7 days before the barrier-breaking Wilkerson died.
All of her actions, they shock the conscience, and you'd think that
she said, "He about to croak. Let me go on and take some of this rest of this money out."
If she was innocent, that would have caused her to want to communicate right away, but she didn't.
She didn't communicate with them and later ignored the judge overseeing the lawsuit. Martin repeatedly failed to show up for court hearings, the judge ordering her to halt all transactions. But court documents show she ignored that too, continuing to move money.
It makes me wonder what is wrong in Patricia's heart that she would do that to somebody.
In the end, the judge ordered Martin to pay triple what she took, $1.1 million for the $250,000 she stole.
It was a very nice feeling.
Yeah, good luck trying to get that
feeling
money
to
back.
see judgment enter, to see the court system taking it seriously, to see that despite the fact that Patricia had been a judge herself, that she's not above the law.
But she knows the law and used it to get that $1 million judgment thrown out, in part because Wilkerson had died.
She tried to drag it out, I believe hoping that my grandfather and other people would pass away before justice could be served.
Martin lost her law license as a result of all this, admitting the evidence would clearly and convincingly establish the facts and conclusions of misconduct. Misconduct we asked her about back in 2023.
Judge Martin, is there anything you'd like to say to the Wilkerson family about what's been going on?
You can speak to my attorney.
In the
Oh, she pump faking. Then all of a sudden she hurt and need a cane.
months that
Followed.
followed,
Walk, got a cane.
Right. Got that thing mop on top of her damn head.
became a criminal case too. Martin charged with money laundering and financial exploitation of an elderly person. Late last year, that case quietly ended as she pled guilty to one felony theft count, sentenced to 4 years of probation.
Probation and a felony conviction for that sort of theft from that sort of a victim just is not quite enough.
It ain't.
In the end, his care never suffered, But for a man whose legacy is etched in history, the moves and manipulation of Patricia Martin is etched in the minds of those that loved Lawton most.
Lawton was such a fine man, one of the finest people I have ever met in my life. And Patricia Martin is one of the absolute worst humans. And to see
She didn't have no other family members?
She was a family member through marriage. I guess since she's a...
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying he didn't have any other family members?
Well, I guess since she was a lawyer and a judge, they trusted her because, you know, I mean, she's a judge and shit. But my thing is, he should have just got a real financial advisor.
Right.
And not my cousin knows somebody that's a financial advisor. I mean, a good white man, pretty much. I'm joking, but somebody, you know, that's from a financial institution. What I mean, I was joking about
them is breathtaking.
Patricia Martin declined to speak with us for this story. Lawton Wilkerson's loved ones are planning to file another lawsuit, continuing their fight to get back the money Martin took. All this as the disgraced and disbarred former judge continues to draw her government pension.
Of course, you ain't gonna mess up her money up. They'll never see that money.
Nope.
Especially when she went to flipped it into Bitcoin, they'll never see that money.
All right, everybody, you can reach the Judgmentals on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube at pnljudgementals, Instagram at the_judgementals, or you can email us at pnljudgementals@gmail.com. Sorry, please.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
Comments on my photos, that's why I stay on the low. Most of y'all is associates, so I be on my dolo. Hold up, whoa, hold the phone. You think all I do is rap?